Hello everyone, this is Group-1 and we will be guiding you through this presentation. So the game we decided to choose is called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Moving on to our table of content. Our table of content includes of 10 short topics. First of them is called Introduction. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is a first-person story-driven mystery game that focuses entirely on exploration and discovery. It also contains no combat or explosions of any kind.
Short brief of the game. You play the game as Paul Prospero, an occult minded detective who receives a disturbing letter from Ethan Carter. Realizing the boy is in grave danger, Paul arrives at Ethan's home of Red Creek Valley where things turn out to be even worse than he imagined. Ethan has vanished in the wake of a brutal murder, which Paul quickly discerns might not be the only local murder worth looking into. Inspired by the weird fiction and other tales of macabre from the early 20th century. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter aims to significantly evolve immersive storytelling in games. Hi everyone, my name is Mohammad Muntazir Mehdi and my role is game writer. Mikołaj Swirtz is a Polish game developer known for his work as a game writer on The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. The roles of a game writer: intricate storytelling, environmental storytelling, development, dialogue and narrative elements, pacing and atmosphere, emotional impact. The game features a complex and layered narrative which is gradually unveiled as players explore the game world. The writer's touch is evident in the intricate plot, character development, and the way story elements are interwoven throughout the game. One of the standout features of the game is its use of environmental storytelling. The game writer's role is evident in the way they have designed the world and its elements to convey important parts of the story without traditional exposition. Players must carefully observe their surroundings, which are richly detailed, to piece together the narrative. The writer's influence is seen in the depth and complexity of the characters, including the Ethan Carter and the member of his family. The characters' backgrounds, motivations, and the way they relate to the central mystery are all part of game's narrative design. While the game is known for minimal dialogue, the writer's role is evident in the few spoken and written words found in the game. These dialogues and written notes are carefully crafted to provide clues, insights, and emotional depth to the characters and story. The writer's influence can also be seen in the game's pacing and the creation of mysterious and atmospheric world. The careful timing of narrative reveals and the overall ambience of the game contribute to its immersive storytelling. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is known for evoking emotional responses from players. The writer's ability to create a narrative that connects with players on an emotional level is evident in the way the story unfolds and the themes explored in the game.
My name is Hashisake and the role I chose is game producer. So the game producer of this game is Andrzej Puzinski. About Andrzej. Andrzej Puzinski is a Polish video game developer who has worked in various roles within the video game industry. Andrzej's roles: first of all, we have resource management, quality assurance, marketing and promotion, publishing and distribution, and team management. Managing resources, including the allocation of staff, time, and finances, is a significant aspect of game production. The producer ensures that the development team has the necessary resources to complete the game successfully. The producer plays a role in maintaining the game's quality. This includes conducting testing and ensuring that the final product meets the desired standard of gameplay, visuals, and overall player experience. While marketing strategies were discussed in a previous response, the producer often plays a vital role in shaping the game's marketing and promotional efforts. They may be including decisions about how to present the game to the public and how to create buzz and anticipation among potential players. The producer is also responsible for decisions related to how and where the game will be published and distributed. This includes platform selections, negotiations with publishers or distribution platforms, and handling issues related to distribution logistics. Managing the development team is a crucial responsibility. The producer ensures that the team works cohesively and efficiently, helping to resolve conflicts and keep everyone focused on the game project's goal.
Yeah, hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Mustar and my role is game artist. The game artist for the game is Andreas Pozeskis. The lead artist for the Vanishing of Ether Carters was Andres Dejestrik. He played a role in the defining game visual style, including its stunning and atmospheric environment. The game visual captivating worlds is one of the outstanding features and district artificial artificial contribution were instrument in achieving this district look and feel. Game artist. I have been making the game for 20 years. I have worked with amazing, talented artists on a blockbuster like Bloodstone or your gear of wars, and you could. I am not easy impressed in the department, but but each new photo scans get me so much detail, so many instructions, but most importantly, all of them just make deep sense. Cracks, stains, eruptions. Mother Nature has worked a billion years on some of these assets. It's almost unfair to expect expert comparable for artists who spend no more than few days on similar assets. Photo uh, photo 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 geometry workflow, realistic result, texturing mapping, reporting counts. Workflow. Photogrammetry start with taking a series of photographs of the subject from the different angles. These photos service as the raw data for photogrammetry process. To the 3D institutions, precise software analyze the photos to create a to create a 3D model of the subject, whether it's an object training or an entire environments. Realistic results. One of the one of one of the one of the one of the primary advantages of photogrammetry is its ability produce higher realistic 3D assets by by capturing real world objects. Environment photogrammetry can preserve fine detail, texture, and nature resulting is in assets that 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 closer resemble their real world counterparts. Higher resolution photography achieving high level of resin photon requires capturing high resolution photography which and can be particularly important for small or high detail subjects. Texture mapping photogrammetry relies on the photograph to to create texture for the 3D model. The higher the quantity and detail in photography, the better the text quantity quantity on the 3D models. Texture resolution ensuring that the texture maintains a higher resolution is required for capturing photorealism for involves capturing photos with ample detail and minimal noise. Perversion counts photo photogrammetry can produce model with very high pollution counts due to the level of detail capture. Optimize, optimization is often necessary to reduce the model complexity, making it savable for real-time application like games.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohammed Danish Ahmed. My role is level designer, and the level designer for the game The Vanishing of Ether partner is Adrian Chalmaza. About Adrian, the lead game designer for The Vanishing of Ether Carter is Adrian Chalmaz. He played a significant role in shaping the game narrative, visual style, and gameplay elements. Chalmaza is known for this contribution to narrative-driven and emotionally engaged games, and his work on this title helped create the atmosphere and immersive experience for which the game is recognized. The Forest Traps. With no one else left to turn to, Arthur Carter sends mails to the guys you call as a last resort. Paul Purpose says the boy letters came off like regular fan mails until Ether begins mentioning things normal people should be able to see. Paul then shows to find Ether and solve his mystery. After hearing this story, you emerge from a tunnel, walking on the train tracks in a foggy forest. Immediately go back in the tunnel and pass to the other side of it to unlock Steam achievement. No matter for which end you exit the tunnel, you will end up at the same place. This area is literally with traps. Upon triggering them, you have your first opponent to see your sense ability. Sensing all 5 traps reveals a scenes that gives more information about the scenes. Recall murder. After the end of Dying Bridge in an incredible rail car that has block separated on its front left side. The rail car is missing its track. Going to the rail car's right side reveals a sense point that reveals the location of the rank, which appears to be on the bank of the lake. This can be found by following the train tracks. While following the tracks, you will find rope and severed blooded legs. The blood train next to the legs leads to the rest of the crops, which you can examine and see. But the sense range is very small. You will you will need to find more information about the murder. Just past the body is a trail that leads to the crack, which happens to be rather bloody. Once you break to the track, you will find a bloody rock by a tree stump, which is just past the severed legs. A little further down the track, in a cache of what appears to be some sort of gas and oil, and dried path of grass, which each of these actions you seem brittle for the body will grow larger. Go to the end of the track, you will find a pile of rocks where you can place the bloody rock you found by the stem. Spaceman. Walk up the rail cross and take a left. In the forest, you should first attempt to find a fire cone. When you hit inspect, the cone will turn into a green and you will take this green it a part of an achievement. Then you should find a post with four sensors. A hand will appear when you look at each screen. Click the third screen, the first, the second, and finally the fourth to reveal a man in a spacesuit. This order may be difficult from game to game, so this could take a few tries. If this code doesn't work, chase the spaceman as soon as he runs off. If you lose sight of him, you will need to redo the screen puzzle. If you keep up with him, the spaceman will lead you to a spaceship.
Hello everyone, my name is Walid Khan and I chose the role of game programmer. Andrzej Polanski is a game developer known for his work as a programmer on The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, a first person adventure game developed by the astronauts and released in 2014. The game is notable for its stunning visual immersive storytelling and unique gameplay mechanics. Andrew's role: user interface, physical and simulation, graphic and visuals, environmental interactivity, performance optimization. Game programmers are responsible for designing and implementing the user interface element. This includes the menu HUD, head-up display element, and all interactive UI components that player use during the game. Physics and simulation. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter utilized physics programming to create a realistic and immersive game world. The way objects move, respond to player action, and the overall physics simulation are the result of the work of game programmers. The game's stunning graphic and atmospheric visual are made possible by programming work. Programmers would have created retailing system and graphical effect to achieve the game's rich, detailed environment, which is crucial to its impression. Game programmers are responsible for implementing the interactive environmental interaction in the game. Players must interact with objects, solve puzzles, and discover clues in the environment. The work of programmer can be seen in how these interactive feels seamless and natural within the game world. The smooth performance of the game displays the smooth performance of the game, especially given its rich visual, it's a testament to the programmer optimization effort. Their work ensures the game runs well on various platforms without significant performance issues. With photogrammetry, we no longer create world while isolated from the world, surrounded by walls and screens. We get up, go out there and shout photos loud, lots of photos, and then some afterward. A specialized software we are using Photoscan for Agisoft. Look at these photos and stare at them until it can finally match every discernible detail from one photo to some exact feature in other photo taken from different angle. These result in a cloud of point 3D space representing real world objects. From there, and the software connect the dot to create a 3D model and project pixel from photograph to create a texture.
Hello guys, my name is Mohammed Wudad and my role is sound artist. So about Marcin. So Marcin is a renowned sound designer whose artistry has left an indelible mark on the world of video game development. His exceptional work as a sound designer for The Vanishing of Ethan Carter stands as a testament to his extraordinary talents in creating immersive and emotionally resonant auditory experiences. Marcin's contribution to the game was instrumental in achieving this goal. The soundtracks of this game are Bloody Roots, The Legs Are Gone, What Do Ghosts Say, Lonely Planet, Valley of the Blinding Mist. So these are the soundtracks of the game. Marcin's role. Haunting soundtrack. The haunting yet beautiful soundtrack by Mykolai Stroinsky adds depth and emotion to the game. The choice of music, including gentle piano and strings, accompanied by natural sounds like singing birds and the wind through the trees, creates a sense of tranquility in the open exploration sections of the game. This contrasts with the eerie and uncomfortable silence when the player nears points of interest, such as entering an abandoned house. This dynamic use of music enhances the overall atmosphere and reflects the unnatural presence in Red Creek Valley. Effective use of sound design. Marcin's sound design complements the game's stunning visuals, creating an audio-visual synergy. The sound design adds realism to the game's environments, such as the sounds of lost miners in the mines or the roar of water at the dam. The use of sound to amplify situations and environments adds to the player's immersion and emotional engagement. Balanced audio. The description highlights the balance between music and sound design, noting that the music is never overused. This allows the sound design to shine through in appropriate moments, ensuring that the audio elements work together to shape the player's emotions throughout the game. Immersion and atmosphere. Despite being a horror themed game, the audio contributes to the overall experience without over relying on jump scares. It's effective at creating a sense of unease and tension, particularly in places like the mines, where the sound design adds to the overall sense of dread.